Hello and welcome back to Kirtan Accompaniment Tutorials. Today we have, for the first time in a long time, a guitar lesson. We had a request for Bernie's Chalisa on acoustic guitar, Bernie's Chalisa by Krishna. This is the closest thing I own to an acoustic guitar right now. It's a jazz archtop guitar, and whether you're playing electric, acoustic, archtop, if it's a 6-string guitar and it's tuned to standard, you're good to go. So, and if you don't know what it's tuned to, it's probably tuned to standard, E-A-D-G-B-E. So, first things first, this song is in G minor. Most recordings are in G minor. The first recording on Door of Faith was in A minor, but he moved it down to G. He does that sometimes, and he's kept it in G minor. G minor is not a friendly key for open guitar chords, so we have our trusty capo here. Have my nice bright tie-dye capo so you can see it very clearly. We're on the 3rd fret. So you need to know 4 open guitar chords to learn this mantra: E minor, C, D, and G. So if you're unfamiliar with E minor or C or D or G, there's plenty of resources online. Just look them up. Teach yourself the chords, and then come right back here. E minor, C, D, G, E minor, C, D, G. So, if any of that's unfamiliar, just come back here. After you've found some resources and work those out. They'll come naturally, promise. So, let's go through the chord transitions, just really slow, out of time. And then I'll put section by section into time, and then eventually I'll play the whole thing through with a metronome. We'll play the whole thing through for the mantra, the intro, the outro, the kirtan at the end, and should be good to go. So we're starting on E minor, and then we go to C, and then we go to E minor. So it's E minor, C, E minor, and it's fast. Again, again. Okay, and so we have that, and then it's D, E minor, D, E minor, D, E minor. So we have E minor to C, back to E minor, to D, to E, E minor, to C, to E minor, to D, to E minor. There we go. So that happens 3 times in a row. So then we have our next part is G to D, it stays on D, and then it goes to E minor. Again, G, then it goes to D, and then it stays on D, and then it goes to E minor. In time, it's one more time, it's so the first 2 lines are G, stay on it, and E minor. Okay, now the bridge, which is the part that just sounds a little different than the rest of it. The bridge starts on G, it goes to C. So we're practicing G to C, G to C, and then we're gonna just do G to D again. G, D, G, D, and so we have G, then C, then G, then That happens twice in a row. That's the bridge. So G, C, G, D. In time, it sounds like. Okay, and then it goes back to that, the original vibe, starting at E minor, C, E minor, D, E minor, back to G, D, stay on it, to E minor. In time. Okay, so, if you need time working those out, relearning those, we've been pausing and going back as needed. Now we're going to go into, I'm going to play the whole progression along with the metronome so you can hear it with the beat. And then we're going to go through the intro, outro, and any kirtan mantras. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, here we go. So that's one time through, and it just keeps repeating. So let's do it with a little bit of mantra from the 40 verses. Then we'll do intro, outro, and ending kirtan. So, all right. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. False start. 1, 2, 3, 4. Jaya, hanumāna, sāgara, jaya, kapīsa, tihum, loka, ujāgara, dūta, atulita, bala, dhāmā, añjani-putra, pavanasuta, nāmā, mahābīra, bikrama, bajaraṅgī, kumati, nivāra, sumati, so on. So now we'll do the intro, just a very, very slight variation in the beat, and I'll do my best. I'll probably play it twice through, just so you can catch that. I'll play along with the metronome. I was doing other takes, but without it, but I really think it's important, so you get the timing, and you can listen to the Krishna recording, and you will hear it. Promise you will hear it. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Chalisa, that's it. So let me play that that funky intro part just one more time. I'll just isolate that one part and then move on to outro. Shri Guru Charana Saroja Vija Shamana Sudari. One more time. 2, 3, 4. Shri Guru Charana Saroja Vija Shamana Sudari. Varano Mukhavara Bhimarajasu Jodaya Kupachari. So you hear the time there? Okay, let's do outro. I'm gonna do the outro all the way through to the kirtan mantras, so you can hear it and practice it that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pavanasuta Sanuta Hara Mangalamurti Rāma Kapīsa Sanuta Dūta Sahu Sarupasya And when you want to end it, when you're coming around that last bit, Sitaram, 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 Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Look at your friends. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. We want to slow down like that. Just make sure everybody's on the same page. You know, Krishna sometimes will lean back, you know, or just they play so much together that they know by now when to slow it down like that. But yeah, just it's called a ritardando in classical music, you know. Just Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai. Well, I think that's a nice way to end the video. I think I touched on everything, but there's bound to be questions. You know, some especially with Chalisas, yeah, there can be. So feel free to reach out and ask. I really appreciate the video request. Have a great day, everyone, and best wishes. See you soon.